guys.
Happy Tuesday. We have another special guest who really wanted to say hello to all of you.
Hello, Sonflower families and friends. You remember my boys, Ethan and Nicholas, and this is our golden doodle Carson. I hope you are enjoying the uplifting daily devotions that Emma and Sammy are posting every day. And this morning I just wanted to pop in and say hi. I miss you, and I miss seeing all of your faces at the program, and I can't wait for us to be together again. But until then, stay safe, stay healthy, wash your hands for 20 seconds, cover your coughs and sneezes, and follow the rules of social distancing. I miss you, can't wait to see you.
Thanks, Marna. It was so good to see you. All right, that is our little shout out for today. Now we're going on to our devotion. Today we're going to be talking about Solomon. So, Solomon, if we're going from yesterday's devotion to today, Solomon is the son of King David. So yesterday we talked about David and Goliath, which was the beginning of the story that we read of David as he becomes king and all of this crazy stuff happens. So that has all happened. King David has died and his son, Solomon, has become king of Israel. So today we're going to learn a little bit more about how Solomon relates to his people and how he relates to the Lord. But first, we're going to go over to Emma for our main idea, theme, and verses.
All right, thank you, Sammy. So our theme is stories that built us, and our main idea is asking for wisdom. And our verse is from 1 Kings chapter 3, verse 5 and 7 through 9. That night the Lord appeared to Solomon in a dream, and God said, "What do you want? Ask and I will give it to you." "Now, O Lord my God, you have made me king instead of my father David, but I am like a little child who doesn't know his way around. And here I am in the midst of your own chosen people, a nation so great and numerous they cannot be counted. Give me an understanding heart so that I can govern your people well and know the difference between right and wrong. For who by himself is able to govern this great people of yours?" That is our verse.
Yes, thank you, Emma. So, we're learning so much about Solomon, even from these couple of verses that Emma has read. We know that he is a humble man because he said he compared himself to a little child who doesn't know his way around. He says, he probably knows a lot, if we're being honest, but he says, I need to learn more. So the Lord comes to him in a dream. He says, "What do you want? Ask and I will give it to you," which is a big deal because he's God. But we see that Solomon is a humble man, but he also knows that he needs to depend on the Lord. So he says, "For who by himself is able to govern this great people of yours?" So he wants to have an understanding heart. So he's humble, he depends on the Lord, and he seeks to understand people well. So these are all really great things that he has probably learned from his father, who learned from the Lord and just passed it on down. So the Lord is so pleased with Solomon that he wants to, that Solomon is depending on the Lord, that he wants to understand these people well and lead them well. So the Lord gives it to him, which is just amazing in and of itself. But the Lord gives him all of this wisdom, and Solomon goes on to do great things. So that leads us to our question for the day. We learn so much about Solomon by what he asks of the Lord. The Lord says, "I'll give you anything you want," and Solomon asks for wisdom. So if the Lord came to you tonight in a dream, what would you ask for? If he said, "I will give you anything you ask for," what would you ask for? Be honest. So pause, think about that question. All right, thanks for thinking about that question. On to our prayer. Our prayer for today is focused on this idea of wisdom. So Solomon wanted to be wise so that he could lead these people well. And just like God gave wisdom to Solomon, he will give it to you too. He will give it to all of us if we ask for it. That does not mean he will make us permanently smart. It does not mean that we will know what to do in every single situation. But the Lord gives us the wisdom we need to tackle everyday tasks that is set before us. So today, we want you to take some time to talk with God and pray that God would do that for you, that He would give you the wisdom you need to tackle the stuff that you need to do today. Because we don't need anything more than we need today. So pause the video, talk to God, ask Him for the wisdom that you need to tackle the things you have today. All right, thanks for taking the time to think about these questions and talk to God with us today. We're going to go over to Emma for our invitation.
Yes, so today is International Moment of Laughter Day, and so we would like to invite you to tell a joke to someone. A little laughter can brighten their day as well as yours. So I will link a website below with some knock-knock jokes to serve us some inspiration. And yeah, happy joke telling. Bye guys, we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye guys.